Once an anime hits the peak charts, you don't have to be a genius to say that it will get a new season. And if you follow along this statement, you'll realize that 2021 is going to be a heck of a cool year for anime fans as they get to see their favorite anime return to the TV screen with a new season. You've got science, action, romance, mystery upon mystery, and any flavor of anime to suit your taste. Today, we're counting down the top 10 anime sequels releasing in 2021 and what to expect from them. Without further wait, let's get started. Starting off this list is Quintessential Quintuplets Season 2. Harem anime is always going to be a rather underappreciated genre in anime. There's no surprise about it, considering how much the shows in this genre repeat the same tropes over and over again. Currently, shows like Rent a Girlfriend managed to divert away from those usual cliches, but a show that actually turned the tables of this genre was the first season of Quintessential Quintuplets. Here we meet high school student Futaro, who is hired as a tutor to teach 5 quintuplet sisters. Each sister has her own flaw: pride, laziness, or even being too stubborn to touch books. The first season followed Futaro's desperate attempt to teach these 5 sisters, and the upcoming second season would show his efforts to convince the girls' father and also show us how the 5 girls would slowly fall in love with their tutor. Coming in next is Log Horizon Season 3. It featured a rather genius protagonist and showed even the lowest class in the game world could win a match with the correct strategy. It is based on the light novel and manga of the same name and follows the adventures of the rather socially awkward Shiro as he gets trapped in a game world with 30,000 other players. The first 2 seasons showed Shiro forming the Round Table Alliance and bringing peace to the city of Akiba, and then followed their journey on trying to find a way back home. The third season will continue their story from there onwards. It was scheduled to be released in October, but got pushed back to 2021 due to the current world issues. Next Life as a Villainess Season 2 comes in at number 8.
I don't need you! Leave me now!
Remember how I said Quintessential Quintuplets pulled a twist on the harem genre? Then Next Life as a Villainess is the show that rebranded isekai protagonists. The series protagonist, Katarina, gets born in a game world, but instead of the hero, she becomes the villain. Now it is up to her to take action to stop her from becoming the final villain, and also become friends with the hero of the story. It is a rather light-hearted comedy series, which shows what happens when the roles are reversed. The first season showed her early childhood and her life at the academy with her friends, and the second season would take things from there, while also introducing a new villain. At 7, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Season 2.
Apocalypse Abyss, come forth!
Next up, we have another isekai anime, this time about the socially awkward Takuma summoned as a demon lord to another world. The 2 women who summoned him tried to bind him as their slave, but instead the 2 of them end up becoming his slave. Even though things are to Takuma's advantage, his social awkwardness kicks in, and it is funny to see how he tries to adapt for each situation. The first season followed the schemes of the villainess Edelgard, and the second story would follow the new arc set up by the light novel. There is no information regarding who the next villain will be since the anime hasn't released any official trailer, but make sure to keep your eye out for any news.
Look at this guy trying to run away! What, are you scared of us, caveman?
Dr. Stone was the perfect answer for the question, how would we survive if we went back to the Stone Age? It was a perfect mixture of science and action, with each episode brilliantly directed by Shinya Lino. It is about Senku, who awakens in a world where humans are petrified to stone. Senku is a genius and soon discovers nitric acid is the solution to bring back petrified humans. The first season followed his adventures with his classmate Yuzuhira and his war with Tsukasa's clan. The second season will introduce us to some new scientific inventions, now with the introduction of electricity to the world, and also there would be a reintroduction of Taiju and Yuzuriha, who are absent in the latter parts of the first season. At number 5, we have Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2.
Regent!
We all thought Shield Hero would be the generic isekai fantasy until Malti lied about Naofumi and betrayed him. The Rising of the Shield Hero became a part fantasy isekai anime and part revenge story with an anti-heroic protagonist. Naofumi was a character who twisted the regular good guy character trope in isekai. He was willing to take different measures to achieve his goal, and his stoic personality only made him far more badass. The first season ended with him finally joining forces with the 4 heroes, but only stopping the evil for a certain extent. We still need to see the reintroduction of Glass and whatever the evil scheme she's planning, so most probably Season 2 will answer these questions. At 4, we have Beastars Season 2. Ignoring the Netflix adaptation meme, you can genuinely say that Netflix knows how to create some great anime originals. We're also not talking about Castlevania or Devilman Crybaby, but a show like Beastars. At first, many ridiculed it to be a rather cartoonish story with talking animals, but the adventures of the wolf named Legoshi and the innocent rabbit named Haru managed to showcase the different aspects of innocence and love, and the war between carnivores and herbivores was a subtle metaphor for our own human nature. The second season of this Netflix original will air in 2021 and will be about the mysterious killer of herbivores and how Legoshi soon gets into trouble he never asked for. There's no one to argue if I say that Promised Neverland was one of the best mystery shows last year, and after a year's delay, we finally got the announcement of its second season in 2021. The first season followed Emma escaping from the cruel orphanage along with other children, and the second season will follow their adventures on the world as they try to survive against its odds. It will also reveal what the Promised Neverland actually means, and will introduce some inhabitants of the world. Of course, the challenges will be tougher for Emma, who now has to protect the lives of the other kids as well. So will be the threats that hunt them, since now they are no longer protected by the walls of the orphanage.
Smile for me, Ren! Today, I'm more demonically inspired than a real demon!
Death, rebirth, more suffering. These are the words that were associated with the first season of ReZero, and the second season of the anime does nothing different in that regard. You've got the same tragic fate of Subaru as he tries to wander in a world where he knows nothing about. Last year, it was announced that the season will be divided similar to 2 cores, with 1 core having 13 episodes each. The first 13 episodes were released this fall and followed Subaru's adventures with Emilia, as they tried to free the villagers from the sanctuary, and the second part of the season will adapt the rest of the arc from the light novel. Since ReZero is being released, we don't know how the first core will end, but one thing I can assure is that the second core will bring nothing but more suffering for Subaru. Taking the top spot is Attack on Titan Season 4. If you know the word anime, then you should know the name of Attack on Titan. The series blasted off in 2013 and continued the successive years, getting a much larger fan base than any other anime, and also building up the hype for a climactic 4th season. Originally, it was about humans fighting against titans, but at the end of the 3rd season, it was revealed that it was the nation of Mali behind the breach of the wall and also the conspiracy behind the titans. The 4th season will follow Eren and his crew's attack against Mali, and also the final battle for humanity's survival. The trailer did show some new plot twists, with Eren's more adult-looking appearance and the attack from a new Jaw Titan, but if you have read the manga, it should be nothing new to you. Studio MAPPA will take charge of the 4th season after Studio WIT, and this new season will be strong enough to break the internet. So, what anime are you hyped up for the most? Is it the action of Attack on Titan, or the subtle mystery of ReZero? Or you could even wait for something lighthearted like Quintessential Quintuplets and Next Life as a Villainess. Either way, let's hope 2021 won't bring us a tragedy similar to this year and instead bless us with these new anime seasons. That's it for today, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.